Hello, everyone. It's kitchen corner time.
I love quickies.
That was my Julia.
It didn't work.
What?
It didn't work. You didn't sound like her. It didn't work. Let's move on from it.
I forgot her name already. Okay. I have a hard
Child.
time. Thank you. Look,
My
I
God.
had children and they suck the memory out of my body and I need help sometimes and that's okay. I'm accepting.
Me too.
Fucking liar. Oh, you're judging is what you're doing.
Well, keep on your toes. Okay.
All right. Listen, the kitchen quickie time is fun time. I love doing these episodes because they're super quick and I am a fast paced type of person. And today we're doing summer's last hurrah kitchen quickie because we are so sick of the heat, but we have one more trick up our sleeve for you.
Yes, it's good. Good stuff.
Sauce
Good stuff.
it. I love a sauce.
Yeah, it's good saucy. Sweet sauce.
Yeah. So to celebrate the new school year and the end of summer with my kids, we bought ice cream, like 2 different flavors. We got all the sprinkles. We got chocolate sauce. We got cones, all the things, right? So they can make their little ice cream bar. And then when I went to get caramel sauce, I'm like, man, everything's like tastes like it. It's inspired by it, but it's not caramel sauce. It's like all fake gunk shit ingredients. And I thought it only takes 3 things to make it. I'm going to make it. So I'm going to tell you how I made it. Okay. I got a cup of sugar. You melt the sugar. It takes a little bit of time to melt the sugar. You're not fucking it up. Just like plow through. It's like some hard things you do in life. Plow through. Go ahead and make it into like an amber liquidy color. Once it's like that, you put in 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter. You have to then whisk it because it's going to seem like it's falling apart and it's not. It's going to come back together. You just got to keep whisking it. Then once you did that, you add in, slowly stream in a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, as close to room temperature as you can make it. I'm not a real stickler about these temperatures. I know people are, all the professionals, but in my kitchen, I survived it and it came out delicious. You stream it in there and you whisk and then you let it boil for 1 minute. Take it off the heat and you add a teaspoon of salt. And then you keep whisking it and then you let it cool for a little while and you can put it into a glass jar because I'm like an old lady who saves glass jars. Did I tell you this about me, Eric?
No, I just learned this.
Yeah, I save salsa jars sometimes that have big wide open mouths and they're so great to like add things like this too. So yeah, that's where I'm at in my life. And so I put it in there and now I have caramel for a month in the fridge that I made. Delicious.
Awesome. I love it.
Tell me about your sauce, Daddy.
Jars.
Shut up.
With your big wide open mouth. All right. So mine, okay.
Yeah.
So mine's a hot fudge sauce and I use this because I had to fix a cake I messed up.
Yeah.
So I did it. So you're going to go ahead. You are going to take 1/4 of a cup of milk, 1/4 of a cup of butter, get it in a saucepan and get it bubbling. The key is here. You got to keep stirring because you can't scald that milk. You can't scald it. That milk. I have the Mariella. Okay. So, you have to make sure that you keep stirring it. You don't want to burn it. All right. So when that happens, when it starts bubbling, it's not going to be a roaring boil. But when it gets bubbling, you're going to go ahead. You're going to add a half a cup of brown sugar and you're going to stir it in there. And the reason why you're going to keep it bubbling is because you got to get that sugar to dissolve. Right. So if it's too cold, it won't dissolve. So keep that going. And then you're going to get 1/4 cup so once the sugar's dissolved, get 1/4 cup of cocoa powder and toss it in there and keep stirring it to let that cocoa powder dissolve. When it's all dissolved, take it off the heat, add a couple teaspoons of vanilla. And as it cools, it thickens into a fudge sauce. And again, put it in one of Mariola's wide mouth jars and you got fudge sauce for a couple weeks. It's great on ice cream, great on cakes, cookies, or out of the jar.
And you can also add a little salt. I love putting salt on.
You can add a little salt to it. Absolutely, you can.
And it could be salted.
You can really
chocolate.
play with it. You can add anything you want to it. Add some melted peanut butter to it and make a chocolate peanut butter sauce. You know?
Yeah, that sounds so fucking good.
This sauce is a little bit darker, so it's a little bit bitter, but I like that.
Me too. I like bitter chocolate.
It adds a nice taste to it. So if you're adding like a sweet ice cream to it, adds a nice taste to it. And then just know you gotta let it cool and it will thicken.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
it's a really good sauce. Yep.
All right. Summer's last hurrah. I know this sounds complicated, but I cannot tell you how different it tastes when it's made at home.
It is so much better and it's so much cheaper. Because a lot of these ingredients you have in your home already.
Exactly.
Maybe not cocoa powder, but guys, cocoa powder is like $3.
Yeah. And you should always have cocoa powder, guys. Let's talk about this. Yeah, okay.
Honestly.
Go back and listen to our pantry episodes.
Exactly. And it's just so, it's actual ingredient. It's better for you.
Exactly. So we hope you enjoy this little summer's last hurrah before we start singing the praises of fall, because I cannot wait.
Autumnals.
Yay. Have a great week, you guys, and we'll be back soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.